Today I'm going to be making quesadillas, okay? All right, so I have my ingredients to the left and my pan to the right. So I'm going to get the pan heated up. I'm going to heat it up to about a medium high to medium low. All right, I have my butter. I have chicken and cheese. All right, cheese is important. Cheese is important because you get to eat it along the way. All right, I have cilantro, salt, okay? You need salsa. Right here, I have medium salsa. I like a little spice to it. I'm gonna open it up, smell it. Smells great, right? Smells great. So I have the salsa, and last but not least, tortilla shells. You need tortilla shells to make quesadillas. Okay, first, we're gonna take the butter and we're gonna place the butter inside of the pan. All right? The pan is heating up, so the butter is going to start to melt, but if the pan is not hot enough, the butter will not melt. That makes sense. I'm going to bring out the tortilla shell and we're going to place it on the melted butter, but the butter is not melting because I didn't heat the pan high enough. All right, so I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to spread the butter on the pan to help speed up the process. Maybe turning up the temperature might help as well too. So I'm going to continue. Spread the butter, spread the love on the pan. All right, so once we spread it enough, we're going to place the tortilla shell on the pan. All right, it's starting to heat. We're getting somewhere, kind of. Next, you're going to take the cheese, and you're going to take almost all of the cheese, but not all of the cheese, and you're going to spread it on one half side of the tortilla shell. Now, doing so, you're going to start the process of meltation. Meltation of the cheese is important for a quesadilla. Next, you're going to take some chicken. All right, you're going to take the shredded chicken. You're going to take some, and you're just going to place it on top of the cheese. Okay, the meltation has not started yet, but it will be eventually, and it will be nice if the chicken can be involved in the meltation. Next, you're going to take cilantro. Cilantro's very good herb, and you're going to break it apart and place it on top of the chicken and the meltation cheese. Then, what am I going to do next? I'm going to take salsa, shake it up. It's not necessary, but I'm doing it because it looks cool. And I'm going to spread salsa on top of the meltation, on top of the chicken, on top of the cilantro. Absolute goodness. All right. Next, look at that. Got to smell it again. Smells great. That's the salsa. Then you're going to take some cheese and you are going to top it off with cheese. Okay. I told you the meltation is going to be happening on the bottom. The meltation is going to be happening on the top. This is going to make the quesadilla to perfection. But last but not least, you are going to take the salt and you're going to put some salt on it. But how you put the salt on it will determine how the flavor is. Okay, so I'm placing the salt on the quesadilla like this because it will bring out the most of the flavor. All right. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. All right, the meltation is starting to happen. The cheese is starting to smell good. It's starting to toast on the bottom. The butter is starting to permeate the tortilla shell. And we are getting some places. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit. What I like to do is, like, along the way of cooking, I like to clean so I don't have to do so much cleaning after the cooking is done. Be careful. You don't want to hurt yourself. All right? I'll put this away. Make sure the air is out. Seal it tight and put it away. Dump it in the trash. All right. Now back to the quesadilla. It's starting to heat up, but not quite as fast as I'd like, so I'm going to turn up the heat. I'm going to take a spatula. Right? Oh, eat some of the chicken. Wow. Tastes really good. I find myself eating most of the food while I'm cooking. So by the time that I'm usually done cooking, I have nothing left but scraps. I got to break that habit. But oh well. So let's get back to cooking this quesadilla. I'm going to take the spatula And I'm going to look at the bottom. I want to look at the meltation to see how the meltation is going down. Make sure it is cooking properly. It's a slow process. And then I'm going to lift up the tortilla shell and I'm going to fold it in half. Do you see that? You can see the butter glistening off of the tortilla shell. And it's just a waiting process. Don't fall asleep because you don't want to burn down the house. All right, so I'm going to shift it around to make sure the butter is getting permeated inside of the tortilla shell. And it's just going to cook. As the quesadilla cooks, you are going to want to flip it because on one side the meltation has happened and it is browning on the other side. Look how great it looks on this side, you know? It looks good. So good, you're probably going to want to massage it with the spatula like that. Take your spatula and massage your quesadilla. It will bring out the flavor and your quesadilla will pretty much enjoy it, okay? So we're just going to cook it like this. You're going to be hearing some of the simmering sounds coming from the quesadilla. Don't freak out because it's okay. The quesadilla is only cooking properly, good enough for you to eat. All right? And go ahead and massage it one more time. Shake it a little bit, and the quesadilla is almost done. Okay, so you're going to prepare your plate. You see I have the plate to the left-hand side. I'm just going to shift up the quesadilla. I'm going to check it underneath to see how everything's going. Make sure the meltation is working properly, okay? And so like once you make sure the quesadilla is working properly and toasting on the other side, you're going to prepare for the lift. And you're going to take it and put it on the plate. And your quesadilla is done. So what you're going to do next is going to take a knife and you're going to slice the quesadilla. All right? Slice the quesadilla because if you keep it in its previous state, it'll be too big to eat. So you're going to take the quesadilla and you're going to look at it. It's going to be hot, all right? So be careful. And you're going to look at it. Look at all the meltation. Hot. I told you it's hot. Ow, I burnt myself.